Blessings. Your girl is here. I was just having a really good time on the live platform with my boy Pedro. Thank you, Pedro. I really appreciate that. And you thought what I said was, really, really good. So thank you for that. So, guys, Happy New Year's. Y'all see the topic? Woo! I'm kind of glad the holidays is over because I think I just ate way too much. And I'm glad, I'm done for the day. I didn't eat that much today, but I'm done for the day. But let's get into my topic. So, the titles. When narcs want to be caught. And I won't try to be long. I'm going to try to split them. I'll say this one and then cut it. When narcs want to be caught. And the second one is how they show their gratitude and their appreciation. Dumb as hell. It's just dumb as hell. Okay. I want to say this before I go into it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever. If you like to do one of those things. But I want to redirect you guys to one of my videos that's posted already. That came out on Christmas Eve. On Christmas Eve. And I rewatched it today. How you doing, baby? Happy New Year's. I rewatched it. It was called Damage Deposit. And I wasn't even trying to be funny, but I rewatched it and I just could not stop laughing. But it was some very, 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 very valuable information that was in that video. So go back and watch the Damage Deposit. Okay, so let's get into it. When narcs wants to be caught, it'll be things like they'll do. And, when they don't want to be caught, they always got the passcode or whatever on their phone or whatever. And, hey, baby, what you say? Happy New Year's. Belated Merry Christmas. Yeah, you know what? Both of those holidays was really, really great. I really had a great time for Christmas because I was able to cook and not signing up for that again. Go watch that video because I was like, ooh, mama had the rolling pin. Who grandma was doing this? Who? My back, my hands, and everything was hurting because I'm like, I'm going old school. Never signing up for that again. So, back into the topic. So when they don't want to be caught, they make sure they don't want to be caught. But when they're getting into that devalue stage or whatever, they're just sloppy. They're just sloppy with everything that they're doing because they're trying to figure out how far they can go and how stupid you are. What you say, baby? Much love for you, baby. I got nothing but love. Nothing but love. Nothing but love for you, baby. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what it is. I got so much I want to say that's off topic, but let me stay on topic, okay? As I'm just like, whoa, I don't know what this is, but if this ain't about nothing, I don't want to have nothing to do with it, okay? So back to what I was saying, they put passcodes and everything when they don't want you to know, but then when they get to the point where they're trying to test your sanity for one, but they're trying to test to see how stupid you are, they'll get a little bit sloppy or careless or purposely do it. Let's not forget that. Or purposely do it. And then story time. We're gonna go into a quick story time. I remember with a narc that, all the, red flags and everything, mask came all set on fire and lit it up with the fireworks and everything. And, I was just at my point. So I remember this one particular time that I was talking to narc, but I think I was saying something or asking a question or something. And I'm going to read your comment in 1 second, babe. And I was asking a question or something. Let's skip this commercial. I don't know what the hell. 2023, they stopped these commercials. So, but what I did was because I know that the narc was on some BS. Oh, I knew that the narc was on some BS. And so I made a lot of noise as I was approaching. And I also was talking as I was approaching. And I even took a moment to stop. Like, just stopped in my tracks. Because the Lord was just like, yep, be ready. So I stopped in my tracks for a few seconds. And I was still talking or whatever. And then I approached. And I said what I was saying to the narc. So the narc was sitting there. But the way I was facing the narc, I can see everything in the room, what the narc was doing and everything in the room. So when I stepped and I looked, all I could see is some female on the computer screen, and it's a big computer screen. And I ain't say anything. We'll get to why I didn't. But I ain't say anything, and I said what I was going to say. But what the narc tried to do was, after, like, it knew I saw, it tried to, like, do that little smirk and, like, minimize the photo or the chat or whatever the hell it was. I ain't even give a damn. That's where I was going with it. I ain't even give a damn. That's why I didn't say nothing. I did not give a damn. Whether that was just something to just try to rope me in or provoke me into questioning or arguing about it, because the narc wanted to see where I was at with it. I proved them and I was like, all right, and went on about my way. Wasn't nothing to talk about. Continue. Matter of fact, you didn't even have to minimize it. Nah. All right, what you say, baby? They nasty as F and get sloppier as they know. We got them figured out. Ha! That's what you said. Let me say it again. Ha! Yep. But I don't think that was being sloppy. I think that was being deliberate. Like another narc I was with, where we was like out with a bunch of people. And we were all taking photos. And I was like, wait, let me look at that photo, because I wanted to make sure I was looking okay. I didn't have food or whatever on me. And when the narc swiped, it was a picture of a female. And at that time, this was kind of before I was a narc aware. And it just threw me into a shock, which probably what the narc wanted. But what could you do in an environment like that, where you're around a bunch of other people? You weren't gonna, unless you just off the rocker, you weren't gonna spaz out in front of everybody, be like, "Let's do it." I wasn't taking me out of my character. That's why that thing had to work hard. But those are little things that they would do, when they want to be called, or just to test how far they can go. And I'm going to get to the fun part, though. I'm going to get to the fun part. Okay, so where I wasn't even on my notes, but we did that. Okay. Oh, yeah, here we go. So they would do those things, but we're going to get back on it. But let me tell y'all about this. Have you ever been somewhere? And now it's multiple reasons for this, but I'm going to make my points on all those reasons, or at least some of them. Have you ever been somewhere, especially if you were with the narc? Sometimes you may not even be with the narc, but we're going to get into that. Especially when you were with the narc and you just had some stranger oddly staring at you. Just oddly staring at you. And you're moving around, doing whatever you're doing, or having dinner or whatever, but you're not really paying attention to, how that energy just, radiates off some people, where you can feel them staring at you, or their energy that they're giving off makes you turn around and look, and you're noticing that this person is staring at you. Or you can see someone staring at you and getting closer to you in your peripheral. Let me tell y'all about them. Them people with them oddly ass stares, and you're just trying to be like, why are you staring at me? One, it can actually be something that the narcs set up. Like when they go through all their smear campaign and they got their supplies or whatever, the narc can literally have the supply or people that they smeared you to show up where y'all are at. And this person is just staring at you and looking at you and believing whatever the narc had told them about you. And they're looking and, sizing you all up and trying to figure you out or whatever. And you can just be acting normally. But they're ready to see you act and perform the way that the narc displayed you as when they were talking and smearing you. Like some damn Jerry Springer ass, Maury ass, Steve Wilkle ass show. Like, they made this person think that you was just such this outrageous, crazy, off the chain, off the wall ass person. And you're just sitting there because you're not knowing until you notice that this person is oddly staring at you and it catches your attention. Maybe you say something, maybe you don't. But I'm telling you right now, that's just not by chance. But I'm going to get to when it is. Well, nothing's by chance. I'm going to talk about other examples of that. Oh, and it's part of the triangulation. It's part of the triangulation. Story time. Story time. I remember being with a narc, and we were out and about shopping and whatever, and I saw this person, at the periphery of my eye, but they was like way across or whatever, and I continued doing what I was doing and kind of chit-chatting with the knob. Okay, and it was like a movie, a movie or some type of scary ass dream where you're somewhere and you see something in the dark and it's slowly just creeping closer to you. And you be like, do I see this or do I not see this? And you see it, you don't, you see it, you don't. But every time you turn around, it's closer and closer. Like some damn Stephen King ass movie. Like, you look, it's not there. You look again, it's right there. You look again, it's there. And that goes to say a lot about these type of people, especially if it was a narc setup where their mental is like, nobody can just make me feel some type of way about somebody that I just don't know. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I understand, like, even when we tell our stories, some people have the empathy of our stories of being with a narc, and we might even tell a story that's, like, completely awful, where the person be like, I don't like your narc. I feel like that's just a little bit different because we're talking about not just a person, but a spiritual, reality that we're going through. And, it's deeper than a person. It's a spiritual warfare and all these other things. So that's a little bit deeper. So I think we are capable of feeling some type of way when we're really talking about evil and evil entities and things that's not of God. It's all right if you can take on that feeling, because basically you're just not saying you don't like that person. You're just saying you don't like that demon that's controlling that person, if I can say it that way to clarify. Okay. But just to not like somebody because somebody kept saying something about them, but you never spent any time with this person is ridiculous. Okay, so where am I? So yeah, so that was just like I said, that's part of their sick ass triangulation, and only a kid can think about that. Like, let me see. And then if it's a big ass secret, what are they getting out of that? Because that person never gonna come up and really talk to you. And some of them will be like, because they want to set it off or whatever. But a majority of the time, they're just there to watch or whatever, and just there. And I was like doing what I was doing, and next thing you know, this chick was like in my grill, like literally my grill, to the point where I was just like, hello, can I help you? Like, this is COVID season and you are way too damn close. And it gave me that narc smirk and just like shook its demonic ass head and chassayed away like a serpent. A sea serpent. It just sashayed away or whatever. And, but the next one, I got another story. The next one was when, before COVID, I would be doing my work. I would be doing performances or whatever, knock, there, whatever. And I remember I didn't think nothing of it before until I got confirmation from God. I remember doing my performance or whatever, and then I got down and, went through the changing room and came back to sit, with Knock or whatever, and just be like, how'd you like that or whatever. But when I got there, it was this chick, like, sitting right there next to Knock. And as I got there, like, because that's where I was sitting, and she looks up and she goes, oh, I didn't know you were sitting here. I'm sorry, I'll move. I was just going to, talk to him. I was like, oh, no, it's cool. She got up and moved. You know what they would do? When it's something that they're jealous or envious of about you, when they go out to find new supplies, they would try to find new supplies to have like the same gift or talent that you have. So that when you're doing something, they would tell that person. It don't even matter if that person live in a town, city, or state. They would fly that person in like, oh yeah, you should try this one too, because they know you're gonna be there. And then they're bringing in this hidden supply that know about you, to your events and to your things and all that, or have them participate in actually even not just compete for the narc, even though you don't even know you're competing, but also compete against you in a damn competition or whatever. And they never could find anything like you or better. So that was just a done deal. If it was just you and that person, you won all day, because we winners all day. Because that thing, went up there and did what it did, but it was nothing what I did. And it did not get the reviews that I got when I, got judged on my performance. That's how sick and nasty they are. Just to get off. Just to feel like everybody wants them and they worth this big ass fight. That's what they do. Like, you wouldn't even believe that. Like, you done drove 6, 7, 8 states to get to this thing. And they would go this far to bring in another person for this sick ass triangulation into something that you do, and hoping that this person is better than you, because they'll be like, okay, that's the new supply. This is who I'm going to leave you for, whatever. But because God won't allow me to say anything other than what I'm saying, I'm not going to even describe these people. I'm not even going to compare these people. But we already know what they do. They always go find something low-hanging. And before you are not aware, you're just looking at the person and judging like, this is what for me. It's not about that. And when you realize that it's not about that, you don't even give a damn what they look like. You really do not care what they look like, whether they look better or worse. You really don't care, because if you know what they really would do and who they would do it with, you would never compare yourself to nothing or no one. And you would actually be embarrassed that you was even part of that narc's life if you found out and saw or knew what they was doing and who they was doing. You will be so sick to your stomach that you will barf. Okay, so let me do this because I'm gonna end it. I'm not done. So that oddly stare. Sometimes the oddly stare, whether you're with the narc or not, but most of the time it's always when you're not with the narc and everything, and you have that oddly stare. But people are just staring at you, and this has nothing to do with the narc. Because once you are, done and you're on your spiritual walk, or you're, even if you're still with the narc and you have this beautiful spirit on you and this glow and everything, those dark entities and dark people, they can see that. So you can just walk into a room and everybody just want to stare at you. And it's an oddly stare, and you're just trying to figure out what the hell, because you don't know them and they don't know you. But don't get that wrong, because sometimes be careful when you are done with the narc, because that narc can send somebody after you to try to hit on you or whatever, and it's a monkey of the narc. So, you just have to always use your discernment and keep your armor on. Always ask God to protect you with anything that you do. You never know what goes on in people's psyche. It can be someone that you're just friendly to, but in their mind, they're building up a relationship. And then when you're talking to them, they're saying stuff like, oh, and you're just like, this doesn't make sense, because that's not what we're on. But sometimes that oddly stare is just because some people see the beauty in you. They see your light. And some people get angered by that. And some people draw to that. The ones that get angered by that because they just don't know what to do. They want to get to know you. They just don't know what to do. Or they're just mad because they know you are a child of God. You are a chosen one, a light worker, earth angel. And they don't like that. Even though they don't know you, all they did was just look at you. It's no different than when you're out and about and you see someone that you're attracted to. They could be a beautiful or a handsome person and you're drawn to them. No different. That light is just the same. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video. And we're going to get into how narcs show gratitude and appreciation. I hope you guys are really understood what I was saying today, because I really wanted to do this video on New Year's Eve, but that was not going to work. And I really, really, really wanted to take my time doing this one, because if you only knew what they are like, and you will get to that point, and how they think and how they feel when God give you that gift to like tap in. Because go watch those other videos on the tap in. You can see it. You can see them. It's a joke. It's a real joke. And you can be like, I cannot believe I was involved with this kid-ass situation. With this kid that just think they're so smart and God's gift to everything, and they're nothing. They're trash. They're nasty. They're like this person that comes into your life, and it comes into your life with a grocery bag. But when they leave with a trash bag. But in that trash bag is everything that they took from your life. Everything that they took for your life. Anything that can fit into this damn trash bag. Thinking that it's going to make them a better person because they stole it from you. But all they end up with was trash, because everything that they took for you was no longer you, and it was no good, and it was damaged, and it was done. So all they just did was just took out the trash that you did not ever need in your life. Oh, I'm on fire. The Holy Spirit just told me to say that one, but I gotta get into the next topic, and I really do think I got through everything on that one. So we're gonna get into the next topic, how narcs show gratitude and appreciation. And with that being said, Happy New Year's. Be blessed. So like, share, subscribe, comment. I just gotta say those things. I'm just trying to build it. I mean, I'm getting there, y'all. Come on, let's make 2023. Let's make 2023 allow this platform and the knowledge reach all those that it needs to reach. And I'm on my mission, at least on this part of it, with God, and I'm pleasing Him and informing you, and you guys like this content. Be blessed.